Are you a skinny guy that just can't figure out how to put on muscle no matter how hard you try?
Well, in this video we're going to give you 4 of the best tips to help you skinny guys gain good muscle.
Here we go.
Alright man, so what's your first tip for the people?
Right. So my first tip has to do with training frequency, and that basically means how many times a week you're going to the gym. Because an ectomorph or a skinny person, if you're one of those people, you're just burning calories throughout the day. So the hardest thing for you is to gain weight, and literally the longer you're in the gym, the more calories you're burning, and the harder it is you're making it on yourself to gain weight because you're just burning calories.
That's right, man.
So you need to keep your workout short. We're talking like 45 minutes.
45, an hour
max. An hour max.
Yeah.
3-4 times a week most. You're gonna go in there, hit the weights heavy.
Yeah man, get them compound lifts in there.
Like,
right, man.
So for chest, you're gonna do bench,
squat, deadlift, man.
The bread and butters.
That's it, man.
That's gonna give you the most bang for it. You're gonna hit the most amount of muscles in one movement. You're gonna be able to put more weight on the bar with compound movements, which is gonna overload the muscle and force it to grow. Actually, we were both ectomorphs and skinny guys like when we started, and we just really struggled to put on weight. Like, we'll have a picture of me here and a picture of Ken here, and you can see like we were skinny guys too. Like, but we're not huge now either.
We're not huge, but like we've come a long way.
We've come a long way since we started, and we made all these mistakes in the beginning. So the tips we're giving you here are really valid.
Another tip that I have, man, is if you're only starting out and you're a skinny guy, don't do cardio. That was a big trap I fell into. Like, I used to cycle everywhere, and I could never put on weight. And for months and months and months, I was just in a rut, going back and forth, like up and down the scales, like. And it was only when I stopped doing cardio that I finally started to gain weight, and it was good muscle as well.
So that would be tip 2, is just skip on the cardio. I mean, I know cardio is...
It's important in a sense, man, but if you're looking
at your main goal, you can't do everything.
Yeah, if your main goal is to put on size, man, you need to drop it out, or at least cut it back.
That's right, yeah. So just, if you're an ectomorph skinny guy and you're struggling to put on weight, skip the cardio. Tip number 3 is rep ranges. So most people will tell you go 8 to 12 reps, and that's ideal for muscle growth. Not for an ectomorph, man. No. You need to put as much weight on the bar or on the muscle that you're working, literally just to tear the muscle fiber apart. So there's 2 types of ways you can damage a muscle to make it grow. And the first, man, is a chemical damage.
That's right, man. That's just done through reps and reps and reps.
High reps. You're producing lots of lactic acid, and that basically breaks down the muscle tissue and causes rebuilding. The second way is the mechanical way, and this is where you get most growth.
This is where the heavy weight comes in, man.
So you have muscle fibers in the muscles, and basically like they slide. It's called sliding filament theory, and the muscle slides. That's how a muscle contracts. Like, it lengthens and shortens. Like, that's through these muscle fibers.
That's
when you put
theory, man,
that's it, man. So when you put on millions of weight, what happens is the fibers actually tear apart, and it causes like internal bleeding. And the adaptation response to that is for the fibers to literally grow back, but thicker and stronger, and that's literally what gives you more size. That'd be it. If you go heavy, keep your rest times in between each set like 2 to 3 minutes. You're not looking to just work the endurance or the burn of the muscle. You're literally just trying to tear the fibers apart.
Yeah.
So the longer rest times you take in between sets, the more strength you're gonna have, the more reps you're gonna bang out with the heaviest weight possible.
Alright, so tip number 4 now is to make sure that you're in a calorie surplus. Otherwise, you're just not going to go anywhere. Just find out where you are at the moment, what calories you're eating, and track your weight each week. Now, what you want to do is you want to add about 500 calories for the first week. See how your weight goes on the scales. If it doesn't move up by a pound, you want to add another 150 to 250 calories to that.
Yeah, so the thing is, you don't want to add... If you go a week without gaining weight, don't just go add another 500,000 calories, because it could be too much.
Then you'll just
spill it over, and you'll just get fat as well as put on a bit of muscle. No one wants to get fat.
And plus, it's not sustainable to keep putting on like 500 calories a week either.
Jeez, man, your stomach will explode. Like, you know what I mean?
Mountains of food, man.
That's it. Like, you'll be on the toilet every 2 minutes. And I think another important thing to mention is just time. Like, give yourself time to put on weight. Don't expect. All this kind of ads that are pushed out to you saying you're gonna gain weight in like 4 or 5 weeks, like you're gonna look like The Rock. Like, it's not gonna happen. It takes time. Give yourself about 6 months.
The Rock is training fucking 20 years, man. Or, 20, 30 years.
30 years, like, do you know what I mean? So you're not gonna look like him ever, probably, like, unless you're like in your teens, and you have all that time to get to that level when you're 40 or something. What they say, man, the journey of 1,000 steps starts with the first. So
is that what they say, man?
Take that first step.
Yeah.
from the tips we're giving you today, and 1,000 steps later, man.
Yeah. You'll be there.
You'll be there, yeah. Let us know how you did it.
We want to start.
So if you're a skinny guy and you are only new to the gym, you have the potential to put on 20-25 pounds of muscle, which I know it sounds a lot, but literally if you saw 25 pounds of muscle on your frame, it would make such a big difference.
If you do it right though.
If you do it right, follow these tips. Alright guys, so those are our tips on how to build mass as a skinny guy, as an ectomorph. We know there's a lot of you guys out there now watching this that are actually going through this phase where you're turning yourself from a skinny guy into a muscular guy, and we're sure there's tips that we haven't covered in this video that you're using that are working for you. And if so, we love for you to leave your tip in the comment below so we can see what's working for you, and everyone else that's watching this video can read your comment, and learn from you and ask you questions on what you're doing and what's working for you.
So if this is your first time here, we'd love to have you subscribe to stay up to date with all our delicious content. Isn't that right, man?
That is right, because the content is delicious.
As I said, man.
That is right.
Yeah, I'm Ken.
I'm Niall.
We're New Element Fitness.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Yeah, keep going, man. Keep going. I love these tips, man.
These are great tips, actually, man.
Yeah.
I'd say people are really gonna, make gains with these tips.
Yeah. There were some solid tips, man, and it's real like down to earth tips. Like, it wasn't like you need to do this, you need to do that.
Yeah, man. Like, people are really.
We're sitting back in a chair, man. Fucking.
Yeah, it's chilled.
Speaking
with the light shining in our eyes.
I can't see anything.